Hello, welcome to the Lifestyle Dish. I am Tina and I'm very excited that you're joining today. And today I want to start a new series called Taking Control of Your Finances. Yay! I'm very excited about this series because that's something that is very close to my heart. I'm an accountant by training, so I do budgeting, forecasting, analyzing, reviewing, all of the above on a daily basis, basically. So this is my cup of tea. And also I work for non-for-profit, so I understand limited funds and being able to manage your funds and still get, what you need to do done. And I help my friends, my family, anybody who has like very limited funds who need to get some help with how to manage their funds or make major purchases. We can sit down, take a look at the finances and decide, what's the best avenue. So I'm very excited that you're embarking in this new journey with me because this is something that is very close to my heart. And taking control of your finances will be a series of videos. So today we only have the introductory video. So don't be alarmed if you feel like today we are just, pretty much just listing the few points. Just keep coming back and we'll have more videos about the same topic along the way. So at any point, if you feel that you have any questions, concerns, feel free to reach out to us, either leave a comment or write us an email and we'll be happy to help you. Now, let's get started. Taking control of your finances. This topic will have 10 very important points. So I'm going to list them one by one and then just, let you know what we'll be dealing with. The first point that I want to talk about is deciding. I know some of you may be saying that, deciding is easy. I just have to wake up and make the decision. No, deciding is not always the easiest thing to do, especially when it comes to finances, because deciding to take control of your finances means that you're acknowledging that there's something that you're not doing well, that's something that you need to change, something that you need to do differently. So that's why a lot of people shy away from making that decision to take control of the finances, to do something a little differently. So deciding is the first step. Once you decide, you embark into the journey. The second point that is very important is renewing your mind. I cannot stress the importance of renewing your mind any more than I would, because it is so important to have your mind set into what you're doing. You'll be surprised how much everything of what we do on a daily basis has to do with what's happening here. And this is a very, very important part of your being, your mind. The kind of people you hang out with, the different places you go, the things you spend your money on, your time on, everything that you do, what you're successful at, your failure, everything, a lot of it has to do with your mind. So it's important for us to explore this topic of renewing your mind, because renewing your mind, you have to start looking at your finances a bit differently if you decide to make some changes. Now, the third step would be to make a plan and stick to it. Now, if you don't plan, you will fail. I'm sorry to break it out to you, but that's how life is. I mean, for anybody who's very successful at what they do, they make plans. Speak to any successful person out there and ask them, how did you get to where you are? They'll tell you that at some point of their life, they had to stop and make up a plan. So it is very important for you to make a plan when you embark to this journey, and sticking to your plan is just as important as making it. Now, the fourth very important thing is having a contingency plan. Now, a contingency plan is just a very fancy term to say that you need to have a plan in case your plan fails, or what we call plan B, or if you're like me, you have like a plan C or a plan D. I'm a little crazy like that, but it is important because, if you live in a perfect world, everything always works according to plan. You decide that you're going to do something and boom, it happens. You decide you're going to go somewhere and boom, it happens. But if you live in this very confusing, messed up, and difficult world in which I live in, you realize that along the way, a lot of the plans that you will make will fail. So you need to have something to fall back on in case your plan fails. Hence, the contingency plan. Now, After that, you also have to get an accountability partner. That is number 5. An accountability partner is very important. Accountability partner is another very fancy term that I use, just to say that you have to get a person who holds you accountable for the things you say that you would do. Now, an accountability partner has to be somebody you can trust, right? And somebody whose judgment you trust, somebody who's reliable, somebody who will be able to hold your hand and remind you why you decided to make the changes to begin with. Now, I cannot stress the importance of having the accountability partner enough, because trust me, when you decide to make major changes in your life, things get difficult. At some point, you will be like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. I can't go here. I cannot change this. I cannot. And your accountability partner will just keep reminding you and telling you, remember, this is why you decided that you wanted to make the change. And they will encourage you along the way. Now, you can get a family member, a friend, a teacher, or anybody that you can trust, a boss. And if you really can't find anybody, just send us a message and we will help you and be your accountability partner. Now, number 6, you have to evaluate your plan and then make changes accordingly. You have to evaluate your plan on a continuous basis, right? Periodically, you have to take a look at your plan and your spendings, right? Because sometimes you may have decided to you may realize that some of the things you're spending your money on are not as important, they're not as necessary as you thought they were, and you may decide to cut them out. And also, you may also realize that some of the things that you moved out of your budget are very crucial and you need to put them back. So that's why it is important to evaluate your plan on a continuous basis, just to make the adjustment, the necessary adjustments in order to move forward. Now, number 7, you have to celebrate every small victories. Yay! You have to be like me. Like, you celebrate everything that you want to, you do, the little victories. Now, if you're an adult by now, you realize that part of you being who you are and where you are, you had to have like very tiny little victories along the way. Like when you were a little baby, you made that first few steps and then you walk on. Like, that's what made you where you are. Now, if you don't celebrate yourself, you will realize that this journey might be a little difficult, right? Because there's going to be some changes that you have to make. But you need to be able to see that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Now, the way to see it is to celebrate the little victories you get every day. For instance, I decided to cook my lunch today instead of buying my lunch. Yay me! I just saved myself $10, $15. That is so awesome. You celebrate that, right? Celebrate yourself along the way every single time, because trust me, small victories turn into big victories as you keep going again and again. Now, number 8, pardon me, you have to push yourself a little further. I mean, it's kind of like starting a new exercise routine, right? You decide that you want to go to the gym and you want to get active, right? The first time you go to the gym, you're not going to start on the hardest, thing that is out there. Most likely, you step on the treadmill, you put the smallest little speed that you can find there, no incline, and you keep going. Oh, this is awesome, I can do this. This is awesome, I can do this, right? You do it like for maybe like half an hour or so, whatever. The first day, right? The second day, and then as you keep going, you realize that if you want to see changes fast, you need to change your routine. You need to either increase your speed or your incline, or like step on the stairmaster, on the stepper, I don't know, do some weight training, something different. Because I mean, if you keep doing it the same way, you might not achieve any results in the long run. It might take you forever to even get somewhere. Financial issues work the same way, right? Taking control of your finances, you have to push yourself slowly, even more. Now, don't do something crazy like deciding that you're not gonna buy food like for 3 months or something. You will die, right? It has to be within reason. So you have to do something reasonable enough, my friend. Do not go crazy, right? You have to push yourself, but it has to be within reason. Number 9, you have to maintain an attitude of gratitude. Oftentimes, we find ourselves like in tough financial situations because of things that we have done to ourselves. For instance, we're not grateful enough for the things that we have, and we keep wanting more. That's because the society in which we live in bombards us like on a daily basis with so many things, and then it creates needs that are not like real needs, and you find yourself spending more of your money, getting in debt further and further and further for things that you really can live without, right? So that is why it is important to maintain an attitude of gratitude. You need to be grateful for the little things that you have, some of which came free to you, right? You have to be grateful for the things that were given to you, handed to you, like easily. And then the things you've worked hard for, like you have to have an attitude of gratitude. Now, here's the last one, number 10. You have to pay it forward or give back. It is very important to achieve financial success, because I found myself to be successful in anything, I had to either pay it forward and pay it back. I'll take an example. Learning a new subject or a new language, whatever it is. You find out that you learn faster once you start teaching other people. Before you know it, you are an expert in that little subject of yours. That's why it's so important for you to either pay it forward, because once you pay it forward, now people are looking up to you. You cannot go back, right? So you have to keep going forward, right? And when you pay it back, you allow someone else who was behind, who was in a very tougher spot, to move a little further. So it's important, and also it holds you more accountable. It holds you more at a stage in which people have to look up to you. So you have to maintain your level of accountability with that. So that's why it's important to either pay it forward or pay back. Pay it forward. You can share the information with somebody out there who might need it. Might be your friend, your family, people on the street, people at work. And then also, or you can pay it back by giving back. You can give to a charity, give to a church, give to your local, little things that help little kids and things like that. It's important because once you pay it back, you start realizing that a lot of the money that you were really throwing away could have helped other people, and you start looking at your finances a lot more differently. Now, that's it for today. We talked about the 10 topics that will be part of our series. And the next time you see me, I'll talk about 2 of the points that I just spoke about. The first will be renewing your mind, getting your mind back in the game. And then the second one will be starting to create a plan. Very important. In the meantime, remember, happiness is a choice. Choose to be happy. Make that choice every day. Be happy and keep, making yourself happy. So I'm really glad that you were able to sign up. If you have any questions, any concerns, please reach out to us, like the video, share the video, remember, pay it forward, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. All right, thank you very much, beautiful people, for being here. Okay, bye.